Oh, heck. Thank you for the resub there. Toot says we've been married for 14 months. Yay! Yes, that is how long we have been married. Just 14 months. Mm-hmm. 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 Well, welcome everyone. Welcome, welcome. Ooh. Like, yeah, there we go. Well, welcome everyone to a regular, not so regular, Friday night cross stitch and chill. We are going to be joined very shortly by MoonPhased. Hi, everybody. Welcome in. We are going to be hanging out with Moon. They are a fellow streamer here on Twitch who has started doing some cross-stitch streams of her own. So just we're both gonna settle in, and in a little bit we'll connect and hang out and chat. Let me just turn down the music a little bit. Of course, it went to a quiet part in the song, so you guys can't hear anything, but okay, just figuring out my ledges here. All my windows keep closing. I don't know why. Stay open, windows, please. Please, I need you. It's never a stream without some technical difficulties. All right. There, okay. I think I say that and then immediately I lose Moonstream. Oh goodness. We'll figure it out eventually. Okay, I think everything's good. All right, sorry about that. Hi everybody. Welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Friday night cross stitch and chill. I am working on the Deadly Aquarium this evening. I am not yet technically behind on this. So the next clue has not yet come out, so I still have another week to catch up. If I don't, you know, catch up, stay current, whatever, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just there are other projects that I would like to do, so I don't want this one to like drag on. You know what I mean? If all goes well, I should be finished this the first week of September, which will be right on schedule. And I actually just finished this thread, so let me finish that off. But you can see, there's Moon and Yuna. Well, there's Yuna. Moon is not a cat. I put up a little picture of Deadly Aquarium so far. So we've got, I have a hammerhead shark, a barracuda, and some of the little, the stripey boys. Can't remember their names. They're not look downs. They're the other one that hang out with sharks. I just remember the name of the look downs because it's such a good name for a fish. And then I have this little bit of kelp in the bottom here. Kelp. You can see the kelp. So I will have to move the frame to finish the rest of the kelp, which is, so the two eagle rays were exhibit 8 with the kelp. So if I wanted to finish all of exhibit 8 before moving on to exhibit 9, I'd move the frame and finish the kelp completely. But I'm not going to do that because I dislike moving the frame. So the hammerhead shark is here along with the stripey boys. So I'm going to move on and finish everything that's in frame before moving the frame and finishing the two clues together. Sorry. Bumps, clicks. And of course, Bella is here. Hello, Bella. It's stream time, which means you must try and cuddle father. I know how things are. I know, you wish to cuddle father, but father is doing things. So instead, you head bump the mic. I see how you is. This is Bella's stream. We're all just living in it. Okay. Okay. This is fine. This is fine. Okay, bye, baby. Oh, hello. You know you can't park here, ma'am. This is a drive-through. Okay, we're parking here. Hi, welcome to my stream. I'm a giant pushover. Trick says, sir, this isn't a Wendy's. The number of times in our daily lives that we say, sir, this isn't a Wendy's. Sir, this isn't a drive-thru. Sir, this isn't a parking spot. Bella, you can't park here. You go. Oh, that way, baby. Cats, truly liquids. And welcome in, Tyrannotrix. Welcome in. Tyrannotrix, the current ruler of the Sows. And yes, Tuda's not feeling well. So if you do catch any background cold noises, we do apologize. But Can't be helped. Let's see how long me putting Bella on the floor will actually keep her from attempting to interrupt stream. Yes, Tyrannotrix, one of the members of the community, is doing 3 sals at the moment. 4? Because I know you've got Plants and Petrichor and Monster House. And I can't remember if you finished Femurs and Fungi. I'm just basically living vicariously through Tyrannotrix. 3 sals. Okay. Ma'am. Ma'am. She's so aggressive when she scent marks things too. And like it's a lunge and a smack. It's not like a gentle little rub. So I have to be very careful because she catches me off guard. And suddenly there's things broken. Tyrannotrix says, Femurs and Fungi, I just got the frames done today. So today is the drop for the Plants and Petrichor frames, and you're personally scheduled Femurs and Fungi too. Okay. Yeah, and then you're working on Monster House as well, which is so cute. The Monster House FOMO. But it'll still be there. Like, if I want to make it in the future as a complete piece, I can definitely do that. Oh, God, there are 2 of them now. GG. I think my favorite part of the Monster House... It says Gigi wants to be famous like Yuners. Yeah. Yuna is Moon's beautiful kitter that you might have seen on the camera up in the corner there. We are going to be joining Moon shortly for a little bit of cross-stitch and chill chat. Whoop. Oh, I'm getting angry tail. Can you guys see that? Yeah, I'm getting angry tail. Hi, Gigi. This is Gigi. Anyways. Alright, hold tight, guys. I'm just gonna hop on a call with Moon. What am I gonna do with these boys? These cats.
Hello!
Hello! Can you hear me? No, you cannot. Hang on.
Are you speaking? If so, I can't hear you in Discord.
Can you hear me now? Yes.
Oh, yes, I can.
Excellent. Okay.
Can you... Yes.
Yes. Hello.
Perfect.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
And everybody watching my stream, how is Moon's volume level there? I say as Moon stops talking.
It's always a struggle, isn't it? I think that I fixed yours a bit.
Okay. Moon loud? Okay.
When am I not? Because honestly, like, Teddy has been editing the Little Company things. Oh my god, I sound so unhinged whenever I'm laughing. I am
Well,
literally a cackling witch.
well, yes, you do sound unhinged when you're laughing, especially when you're like fear laughing.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. If you're like scared, it's hysterical because you can't stop giggling and laughing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyways, everyone who is watching on my stream, this is MoonPhased. Moon is a fellow streamer here on Twitch, but you can check her out on YouTube as well. I just got a knot in my thread as I was talking.
Of
Um,
course.
she usually plays Valorant and Lethal Company and Stardew on stream, but is also doing more cross-stitch streams as well. Thank you too for
Mhm.
doing that shout out there. And has um is doing some content on TikTok and YouTube Shorts as well. So you can check
Yes.
her out on both of those platforms.
Thank you.
And when you, because I know you guys all go and watch the replays of these streams. Oh my god, what is this knot? Sorry, I'm struggle bussing here. Then her YouTube channel will be linked in the description of the replay. There we go. Okay, I finished talking and now I can deal with this knot. Good lord.
It's always when you're doing something that suddenly you get a knot and then you need your whole focus to like try to undo it.
I know. I got my stream set up and I had like maybe 5 minutes. I'm like, okay, I'll get some stitching in. And literally like 6:59, I got a huge knot in my thread. I'm like, okay, seriously?
They said no.
Well, Moon, what are you working on this evening?
Well, you see, I am working on the exact same project as you are. Except I started from the bottom of the page, whereas you started with the rays, it seems.
Yes, I did start with the rays. So I have finished both of the eagle rays here. And I am working on the kelp.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had made really good progress on the kelp. And then, of course, and this is a PSA, don't do counting when it's late at night, guys. Just don't do it. Because that's what I did. And as you guys can see, there's a bit of a, you can't really see it, but there's a bit of a shadow from thread residue because I had to frog the entire top part of the kelp because I accidentally doubled these 3 stitches there as 3 more here. So everything was like shifted up 4 stitches.
Oh no.
It was a tragedy, but thankfully it's just thread. I was able to remove everything and now I can stitch it again.
That's
Which I'm going to start by doing the 890.
we always
darkest
start
color.
in the complete opposite ends. Like the 890 is the last color I'm doing on the kelp.
It's the first one that I did because it was the one at the bottom of the leaves. So I felt like it would give structure to the leaves as I was building them up.
Yeah, I started with the 3345 because that was like the middle of the leaf. So I figured I could build on both sides of it. So we had similar brain thoughts, but different results.
Indeed.
And now Early is here. Hi, Earls.
Early.
It's been a never-ending parade of cats over here.
I love that. We also had a parade of cats, singular, because I only have one.
Yes, I saw. We've got you up on the screen. So if you're watching on my stream and Moon is talking about something, there's going to be a little delay because Moon and I are live and you're watching her stream, which is like 30 seconds to a minute behind. So just FYI.
Yeah, likewise. If you are watching on my stream, I do have DH's stream up, but yeah, at least you'll be able to see what they're working on and when they're talking, what they are talking about.
So, well, I'll try to keep that in mind and whatever I'm talking about, like pause and wait. Michelle, the Giddy Stitcher, recently did a video on like how to become a good floss tuber. It was a very good video. But one of the things that she talked about was making sure that you hold up stuff long enough for people to look at it. And that, like,
Yes,
she
that
actually
is
had to
very true.
practice holding things up long enough.
That's a very good point.
Yeah.
Also, I take back what I said. I'm gonna do 3, 3, 4, 6
Mm.
instead, because there's more of it, and I feel like it will give me more structure.
French Trick says, I'm so popular with the kidders. Yes, I am so popular with it. Only during stream. Like, early will usually hang out with me like this, but during stream, they all must be near me, on me, around me. And also to put up all the links to Moon's socials so you can check out Moon everywhere.
Yes, thank you very much to it.
What would we do without Tootbot?
Nothing. We couldn't live without Tootbot.
Oh, speaking of Tootbot, we have a new command over here on the thecozydh for Toot. Our wonderful Chaos Goblin here, Toot, is now streaming on Twitch as well as YouTube 3 mornings a week with some no talking spooky Asmar body doubling background chill hangout streams for your enjoyment. I just put up the links in my chat. I super enjoy her streams in the morning. I get a lot of like design work and work on like back end stuff for thecozydh done. It's just really fun, really entertaining.
Yes, it's absolutely speaking. Hello.
No.
It's been absolutely it's been absolutely lovely to watch Toot. Like, I don't know if you guys are horror fans, but I am. So having like the spooky background noises of Phasmo, which was a very big comfort game for me at some point, and I still really love it. It's just been really great to have.
Yeah, it's been so nice. A friend of ours was watching the stream the other morning, and he doesn't play Phasmo. So he wasn't like as used to the noises, and he was just kind of watching in the background, and he was totally fine until one of the ghosts went, "Where are you?" And then apparently he was like, "Ah, Mom, pick me up, I'm scared." Ah. So it's like 95% cozy and 5% ghost no, please.
Scary. Mm-hmm.
So yes, I was just telling chat that I'm not finishing Exhibit 8 before I move on to Exhibit 9. I am doing...
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I don't want to move the frame, basically.
Yes, I remember you mentioning this.
So I'm doing what I can in the frame for both of the clues, because a huge chunk of Exhibit 9 is right in this section here. Like, that's almost the whole Hammerhead Shark. I'm missing, like, a little bit of the hammer. So I can get quite a lot of Exhibit 9 done without moving the frame, which will be pleasing for me. I'm going to do that. And then because the kelp goes almost down to the bottom there, it's another like this much. So I'd have to move it down and then move it back up here anyways. So too much frame moving.
Yeah. Toot just redeemed a hydrate in my chat.
And
Thank
also redeemed in my chat. What are you hydrating with this
Everybody
evening?
hydrate with water. I had some decaf coffee today, but the rest of the day has been water.
Nice.
What about you?
I have water, Diet Bepsis with raspberry rum syrup. Not actual rum, just like rum syrup. And a decaf coffee.
Neurodivergence of drinks, I see.
Yes, definitely. I made a cup of tea for Toot before stream, and I was just like, oh, a hot drink sounds really lovely.
Toot says she's been hydrating with SFW. Straight fucking water.
I always feel the need to call it that when I'm talking about what I'm hydrating with. Early. Ooh. Early is just trying to refresh my
Yeah,
my
was
Twitch.
was sitting on my keyboard earlier, and she kept like pausing and unpausing the preview, like over and over. It was just like.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Toot says I have an ice pop prime and a peppermint vanilla tea. Excellent, excellent.
Ooh, peppermint vanilla sounds yummy.
Yeah,
Should have done that. I have a whole box of tea bags.
I know.
Yeah, I I found as well that since I've been letting go of caffeine, like just having a warm drink in the morning, like just feels nice, and it hasn't always been coffee now, so that's been interesting because I would never usually drink tea in the morning.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
My whole thing with like citric acid, which
Mm.
black tea and oolong tea have a lot of it, but green tea doesn't. So
Interesting.
yeah, so I'm
That's good to
drinking green
know.
tea. But then I can also have decaf coffee. So I'm probably gonna be drinking more of that. Still doing like some experiments to see if it's gonna upset my tummy because apparently I have a delicate sensitive system. But
Are we surprised?
Tyrannotrix is going to assess their hoop/frame situation and see if they can frame all the sows at once. They don't have the grime
Ooh.
guards for it. Might have the hoops for it. Ooh, good luck. Good luck. That was my
Hang in there.
problem when I had too many whips. Was if I wanted to work on
Yeah.
something specific and it wasn't already in a hoop, I had to like unhoop/frame something and then
Yeah, I have the same issue with hoops and grime guards. I have, I think, at this point, 3 frames and 3 or 4. I can't remember. Anyways, I think 4 because wait, no, that's not right. I need to do an autism check, otherwise I won't be in peace.
Please hold. Autism check in progress. I have 2 8-inch frames and 1 11-inch frame. And I just, like, in the last few days, figured out a comfortable way to work with the 11-inch frame.
I am back with answers.
Okay. What are your answers?
I have I have 3 8-inch frames, and I do have like a bunch of different sizes hoops, but I only have 3 grime guards, and I have more than 3 whips at the moment, so it's a lot of juggling.
Yeah, you must choose.
Yeah, I think it was when I started on Sealy, I had to move like one of my whips from the frame to use that frame.
How is Unseelie going, by the way?
I haven't touched her in a week because I keep thinking like, oh, I want to work on cross stitch, and then I'm like, but I can't do this because I'm too sleepy and counting will be all kinds of fucked up. But
See,
I can
that's
show
why I
you
found
guys.
that full coverage was actually great for
Oh, you
not being
thought it
able
was
to count.
easier?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
you don't have to do that much counting.
Let me show you guys. So this is Unseelie. I can actually show you guys what the
Well, actually, Moon, hold that thought, because it is 7:30, which means it's time for me to take a little break. A little breaky break. So when we come back, we will see Unseelie, the Forest Witch. In the meantime, my friends, I'm going to run a 3-minute ad. We're going to put up a break screen. We're not going to do any chatting, anything like that. I mean, well, Moon's free to do whatever they want to do. But we are going to do a little break, and we will see you guys back here in 3 minutes. Go stretch, go take a drink, go grab a snack, whatever you got to do, okay? All right, you guys.
I shall be staying here. Because I already just did my stretch by going to do my check. But, yep. I'll speak about Sealy when DH is back, but yeah, I've been really, it's been eating at me. I really want to work on her. Which when you guys see her again, because I'm sure I've shown her before in the stream, but when you guys see her, for sure you will be like, oh yes, Moon needs to work on this.
All right, friends, we're back.
Welcome
Moon,
back.
Moon, can you hear me? I guess you can. Okay.
I can, yes.
Yeah, we're back from break. So let me. Are you ready to show off Unseelie?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
So I'm just gonna switch over the screen so everyone can see what you are showing off.
Yes. So it looks like absolutely nothing at the moment, but this is basically 225 stitches. So yeah.
Wait 1 second, it hasn't shown up on the screen yet.
I know. Okay. But yes, this is Unseelie. The top corner has some orange leaves, and that is what I'm stitching currently. Let me. Tornatrix says stunning, which let me show you quickly what Unseelie will look like in all of her grandeur, because she is indeed gorgeous. Let me just quickly.
Oh, she's so beautiful.
Over here. Yes.
Is that pattern Thread Geeks or unconventional cross stitch?
Thread Geeks. It is by Carissa Bug, who's the artist of the art, and the pattern, the cross stitch pattern, has been designed by Thread Geeks. And you can order it online as well as a lot of other Carissa Bug's lovely art. She's really an amazing artist, and I definitely want to get more of her charts eventually. But yeah,
gorgeous.
the very small thing that we're working on is the top right leaf at the moment. and that's what I've had the chance to work on. But I've really enjoyed working on gridded fabric so far, because like this was about maybe 2 hours and a half, 3 hours of work.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's been a charm. It's been lovely working with it.
Yeah, the gridded fabric really is so nice to work with because it makes it more like a paint by numbers, popping everything into
Hmm.
place type thing. And yeah, there it's the full pictures up on my screen now. It is that one is so beautiful.
Hmm. Trick says that Bug is one of my sister's favorite. I think she found her through diamond painting kits.
Yeah, so I've heard that she does diamond painting as well as puzzles.
I had no idea.
Yeah, because I was talking to someone, or I was in a server and I was saying how much I was saying how much I was saying that I have lost my mind. No, it was the day that new Chrysabug patterns came up on Bread Geeks. There we
Yes, I
go. That's
remember.
the sentence. And I was very excited. And they were like, "Oh my god, Chrysabug does cross stitch patterns? I had no idea." So that was exciting.
And it's at the moment it's like, wait, she does other patterns
I know,
for
right?
other things, like because we got to know her through cross stitch, obviously.
Yeah. That's like the Helen Alexander, Hannah Alexander. It was a name with an H. Who does the like Art Nouveau fandom
Yes.
pieces for Pinky the Pink.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like that artist licenses to different platforms, but we know them through cross stitch.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right, so I finished the 704, so I'm moving on to the 809. $890, not 809. I don't know if 890
Same
exists.
difference. Okay, it's
Oh,
the same
hello, everyone.
difference.
Say hello to my gray hairs. Sorry about that. Still getting used to this new camera setup. I really like it though. Like it's a lot easier for me than the other setup.
Mm.
But I'm still like getting used to it because if I lean too far forward, I'm in the shot.
I completely get that.
Thank you for the
That was
hydrate
something.
again, too.
Ooh, another hydrate from here too. Yeah, I completely get it. At first, I would like always kind of bump into my phone because it's like a few inches in front of my forehead.
No. Yeah, mine is like just directly above my head.
Mm-hmm.
But I used to have to put up and break down the camera setup every stream. And now I just leave it in place and turn it on and off as needed, which is a lot more convenient for me.
Yeah, I can, of course. Yeah, I'm in the step where I need to break it down and put it up every stream for cross stitch. Thank you so much for the 60 stream streak, Orchid. And congrats as well. That's a lot of streams. Thank you. With the GG Zoom.
I was just like, oh no, I have to go make sure I get my stream streak. I have your stream open. I've had your stream open this whole time. 60 streams. Congrats, Orchid.
That is a lot. Yeah. Isn't it at like nearly 100? No, she's above 100 now. She had 100 not too long ago.
I think so, yeah.
Numbers, I can't remember. 104? Yeah. So it's true. So it had 100 not too long ago. Not as many as the Toots. One day you'll get there.
That would require to skip a stream and give everyone else a chance to catch up, which is never going to happen.
That is true.
Never gonna happen.
By then, Toot will be at 144. That is true. Maybe you can't catch up, but you can get the same milestones with time.
So how are you finding the full coverage? Because I know for a lot of people, full coverage is pretty intimidating at first. And then I know for some people, they just kind of leapt into it without thinking. And that was the first thing they ever tried. So
yeah, it did seem daunting at first, but genuinely, like once I cut the fabric and got started, it was, like you said, almost easier than regular cross stitch, because you just have to follow the grid and you look at the pattern and you can easily reproduce it on the grid instead of you having to count and stuff like that. Like my biggest fear, I suppose, was like messing up where to start, but I made sure to properly like put it in frame and like calculate the margin. So basically what I did is I cut a fabric so that DH did the math for me, by the way, because moon math, no trust. And I calculated that it would be 3 inches all around. So I calculate basically like a 3x3 square at the top corner, so that where I would start would be with a top 3 inches top margin and a 3 inches left margin, and then that's where I started from. So I started from the top left corner.
Okay.
Which after that, I realized that maybe I should have started from the top right corner because of the direction that I'm usually stitching in. Because a lot of people like stitch from when you do Danish, which is doing one leg and then the other. A lot of people do the first leg towards the left, towards the right. Yeah, from left to right, and then they come back. But for some reason, when I started cross stitching, I did the opposite. So I always like stitch from the right to the left and then from the left to the right, which would have made more sense then to start from top right. But you know.
Yeah. But I guess like you saw so many people starting top left.
Exactly. I only like because there were like a few blocks of colors. When I where I started, there was some orange that had a few Danish rows that I could do. And then I started like stitching Danish and I was like, oh no, I have messed up.
Wait a second. This is
Thank you for the hydrate, Toot.
Thank you for the hydrate, Toot.
Toot says, I've caught the stream while in Emerge. Nothing keeps me from Moonstream. Yeah, have a good stitch stream. Orchid says, have a good stitch stream, you too, for I must go. Well, thank you so much for dropping by, Orchid.
All right, goodbye,
Orchid. Goes well.
By the way, Orchid, the freebie based on your art is now available in the coffee shop. So if you haven't had a chance to check that out, it's up. I meant to send you a link and I forgot. Sorry.
Forgot.
But yes, on Monday's stream, on my stream, I took a piece of art that Orchid had done for the channel and turned it into a cross-stitch pattern, which is now available for free on the coffee shop, which Dude just put up the link for in my chat.
Yeah, and it's not the first time that DH does that with art from Orchid. I think it was the third time technically, but it is the first time that it is a free. No, that's a lie. There was one that you did for the 24 hours of cross stitch stream, right?
Yeah, that was one of Mickey Moth's pieces.
Oh, my bad. Yes, correct. But then it is the second time because you did chart my logo, which is also by Orchid.
You're right. Yeah, I had forgot about that.
Yeah. So there is a pattern of my Twitch logo that exists in cross stitch form, and I've twitched. Yes.
Yep.
I've stitched it twice by now. Once for a giveaway and once for a subathon commemorative piece.
And it's so cute too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. My stickers are working. Yeah. I'm really happy with how that little one turned out because like I did it on such a
It
small
was really
scale
lovely.
that I wasn't sure, but I think the details turned out quite nice. I've been
They really
trying,
did.
I've been kind of like poking at making my logo into a cross stitch pattern, but I've never been quite happy with the result. So
Yeah. Toot says there's a pattern of my logo too.
there is a pattern of Toot's logo as well. And it was just released this week on Etsy and Coffee, link in bio. No, link in chat. As a rest is productive, the support awesome. But that I did that design and Toot immediately took it to use as their Twitch profile logo.
Yeah, it's a kind of egg and chicken and egg thingy. Is it really the logo that came first or the cross stitch pattern?
Both at the same time. I basically designed the cross stitch patterns that Toot wants to stitch at this point.
Yeah. Which is so sweet. So cute.
Yes, I am Toot's personal pattern generator. And I love it. Because sometimes I can't figure out what to do. Like we actually had a conversation about this earlier in my Discord server. Ooh, coffee burp, excuse me. About how if all tasks have equal priorities, it's difficult for us to figure out which one to do first, so we just do nothing, which is me with cross stitch patterns because I have so many ideas that I want to do, but a lot of them are the same priority, so I don't know where to start. So when Toot is like, could I have one of these? I'm like, yes, thank you for giving me direction.
I completely understand. Yeah, it's interesting because I've been kind of having that issue at work because like at the moment I am alone at the helm of the ship as my coworker is currently away, and so if we get like a bunch of emails that are like for end of day today, I'm always like, where do I start? Which one do I do? And I eventually go by which one is the easiest for me to do right now so that I can make the list smaller and make it seem less bad.
Yeah, what's the easy win?
Exactly. And then it's like, what are emails that I need to ask questions to the client for? Because that will take longer. It's always like choice paralysis.
Yeah, I know. Like what I actually did was, because I'm designing all of the Valorant agents, as you know, and I couldn't get started on them because they all have the same weight. So it's like, so I literally just made a list and assigned them randomly to days, and then if it comes to that day, that's the one that I design. That's just how I do it. But Trinatrix now has 3 hoops and a frame full up, and they can now do a wheel of whips. Yes.
Oh yes.
Wheel of whips. Wheel of whips. Well, I think we're gonna have to do a wheel stream next week.
I was gonna say it's been a hot minute since you did a wheel stream.
Yeah.
Because you've been focusing on like bigger pieces.
Yeah, because I've either had something that I really want to get finished, or I haven't been feeling well. Because wheel streams are a little bit more. They're more high energy than my usual streams. So if I'm just like, if I'm headachy or migraine or you're just tired, then I can't do a wheel stream.
Toot says they've been wheelie busy.
Yes, I've been wheelie busy. But I only have, you guys are gonna not believe me, but I only have 3 whips right now.
That is incredible for you.
I have 4 whips, but one of them is a secret whip that I'm not talking about. So I have 3 whips that I can do for stream. Which is the number of whips that I wanted to get to. So I'm kind of surprised that I'm already here.
It is pretty impressive with like, I feel like you had something like 6 whips at some point, 6 cross-stitch whip or something.
Yeah, I UFO'd a couple of things and then I finished a bunch
Mm.
of stuff. Like I've had 3 finishes in the last 2 weeks.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you for the hydrate too.
Thank you for the hydrate too. Toot is very diligent about getting our hydrates synced up, I guess.
I know, right? Well, guys, it's almost 8 o'clock, which, as you know, that's halfway through the stream. So we're going to be doing our treat eat tonight. And our critter cam is, of course, showing Moon. So what we're going to do is we're going to put down a poutine on one side, and we're going to put down a bowl of Cinnamon Toast Crunch on the other.
Oh my god.
And we're going to see which one Moon goes for first in the treat eat.
I think at this time, insider info, but I've already had a poutine for dinner. So it would very much likely be a win for the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
All right, good to know.
I always have to balance between sweet and salty. I don't know if you guys have that, but like when you eat something salty, like oftentimes right after I'm like, I must get some
Toot just started a prediction in my channel. Yes, there is a prediction in my channel. You have 5 minutes to guess. Is it going to be Cinnamon Toast Crunch or poutine? Which will Moon go for in her treat eat?
I should have kept it a secret, and then you guys could actually have made money.
Turntrix asks, did you mention why... Sorry, Early keeps leaning on the keyboard. Did you mention why you put the Celtic goddess in hibernation? So she's back. She is back. Back again. No, she's actually back in rotation. Sort of. She is back in rotation, because so that project, the pattern. Okay, what just happened? Phantom of Memories, thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, Early started pressing buttons and then I got a follow and then, yeah. Thank you for the follow, Phantom of Memories. Welcome in, welcome in. So Celtic Witch was a piece designed by Raven Coven. I made some modifications to it. I was talking to Gizm, the designer behind Raven Coven, and she was very impressed with modifications. And she actually sent me the design files for it so that I can basically turn those modifications into my own pattern. And I kind of got all up in my head about it. And the modifications that I had already made and started stitching weren't the modifications that I wanted to publish as a pattern. So basically, her version is like Celtic Witch V1. The version that I'm stitching is Celtic Witch V2. And then I'll be publishing Celtic Witch V3. So I was trying to like jump all the way to V3 when I had already stitched half of V2, and I got all up in my head about it. So she's back in rotation as a V2.
It is a very gorgeous pattern as V2 as well.
Yeah.
The color changes that you made are just chef's kiss.
And hello, Phantom Memories. Yes, I am good. I am good. I hope you are as well. We are hanging out tonight with our friend MoonPhased. That's her stream that you can see up in the corner. And we both happen to be working on the same project. But yeah, she's just so beautiful. But basically so I started her with quite a bit of confetti to do more subtle, there's just like more confetti color changes, and my style is less confetti and more color blocks. So the version that I'm going to publish is going to be more of a color block version than a confetti version. But because I've already started stitching with so much confetti, it would look weird to switch styles in the middle of a piece, basically.
Thank you so much for the follow, Phantom of Memories. Welcome to the moon.
Phantom is chilling and cleaning before you leave to visit a friend on Monday. Awesome. It's so nice when you're actually when you have the spoons to clean before a trip, and then you come home and your house is clean when you get home.
Yes,
So nice.
absolutely. I hate when you're playing floss chicken and you like accidentally unthread the needle, but you only have like one stitch left, so it's like
I know,
I
and then it's a
definitely
total
don't
pain.
want. Yes. Oh man, now.
Phantom has a whole half of a basement that is your room. All right, well, that doesn't sound super overwhelming, and it'll be all nice and tidy. And then you'll be home, and you'll just be able to go, I relax. Frederick says, well, you were mostly doing one side and then the other. So having one side being blockier would be a design choice. It would be a design choice, but not a design choice that I personally would make. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to release the pattern probably without my own test stitch finished, but I probably am going to do another test stitch because one of the things I'm going to do is I'm also going to release multiple colorways. So the version that I'm doing is all like warm browns. And I have a few different palettes of like hot pink, moon blues, nice greens, that kind of thing. So I kind of have this vision in my head of doing like the hot pink version on Black Ada.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we'll see, because it's a lot of stitches. So there's a lot of other things that I want to get finished first. So I don't know when that's going to happen, but I think I would really like to do that.
Oh, finally done with 3346.
All right, our prediction is over, and Moon has chosen Cinnamon Toast Crunch. So let's go choose outcome Cinnamon Toast Crunch. All right, so whoever voted for Cinnamon Toast Crunch has won. They get 10,000 points to MoonPhased and Kali. Congrats. Congrats for correctly choosing.
Dang, I lost. Moon always tricks me. Absolutely, too. Absolutely.
Did Moon do the fake out where she went and she sniffed the poutine and then went over to the
Imagine. If I smelled the poutine, I wouldn't be able to walk away from it. I would have had to march strongly with determination towards the Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Phantom, I'm using 14 count. This is a light green Ada from Dawnman, which is like the Amazon house brand. And I believe, Moon, you're also using 14 count at the moment.
Which, oh, by the way, I just remembered that that Unseelie is the first time that I use a different count than 14 as well.
Okay, yeah, because you're in the 20.
Yeah, so for those that may not know, I tried to order 18 count gridded easy grids Zweigart Ida for probably something like 2 months.
Yeah, you were trying to get it for so long.
I was, and I finally knew why I couldn't get it anywhere when DH checked in with the owner of Stitchwit, Heather, and she basically told them that her provider is just never knows if they're gonna have 18 count easy grid on hand. So it's kind of a provider issue, I'm assuming, because my local needlework shop had the same thing. She was like, I don't know if my provider is gonna have it, and so I basically like emailed. I had ordered it from Stitchwit, but once I got the insider info from DH, I messaged
Heather?
Hello? Oh,
Hello?
okay, yes. Hello. Yeah. It's just my Spotify stopped playing, so I thought that my audio died.
No,
But
you're
it was
okay.
just my Spotify. Okay. Mini heart attack moment.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I messaged Heather and I asked, is it possible to swap it out for a 20 count? Which she happily did, and now I
And you got it
have,
like 3 days later or something ridiculous like that.
yeah, like so quickly after I switched to 20. So now I
Phantom,
have it.
yeah, Phantom has a question.
Mhm.
They are getting Greenhouse of Oddities, which is another Lola Crow Sal, so same designer as the one that Moon and I
Yes.
are working on. Do you think that the 14 count looks good, or would you recommend an 18 or 16 for Lola's patterns? Honestly, I'm happy with the 14 count. Lola Crow actually does recommend using 3 strands over 1 for 14 count, which I didn't read that direction until I was 7 exhibits in, so I'm doing 2 strands. But I'm happy with the coverage I'm getting. Like I like the look, but I also like the look of the individual X's. I'm not one who needs like that super like dense fluffy stitch. So I think 14 count would be great. It really is just the size. So like it's just how large do you like in terms of inches do you want the finished piece to be? What do you think,
Yeah.
Moon?
Yeah, I completely agree. Like if you look on DH's like cam and a bit on mine, maybe you can see as well. Like you can indeed see, especially on the black, you can see the fabric a tiny bit through it. But just the same as DH, I'm really not pressed about the coverage. I quite enjoy the look of it looks like cross stitch. So I'm very happy with 14 count as well. And I do enjoy that it's easy to pick up as well, because depending on your eyesight and stuff, right? Smaller count might be an issue, whereas 14 count is more accessible.
Yeah.
And yeah, it just looks great the way that it is, in my opinion.
So when I say 3/1, this is a term people will say 1/1, 2/1, 3/2. So basically, the first number is how many strands you're using, because you know that floss comes in 6 strands, and then usually you pull out 2. Like kind of the standard is doing 2. So like this is 2 strands of black right here. So I'm using 2 strands over 1 square on the fabric because it's 14 count. So if I was doing 3/1 would be using 3 strands over 1 square. And people usually only go up to over 2 when you get into like 28 count, 32 count, 40 count, that kind of thing, like super high numbers. Uh, So 3/1 would be 3 strands, 2/1 it would be 2 strands. So I'm doing 2/1 because I'm using 2 strands over 1 square. So I finished the kilt.
Welcome in, Pickle. Pickle says my stream streak is now old enough to run for president because they got a 35 stream streak.
Congrats.
Your stream streak would be a better president than some.
Pickle stream for president.
Thank you for the hydrate toot.
Thank you for the hydrate toot. So I finished as much of the kelp as I can reach without, like I could probably get another 4 rows, but this is the end of a grid square. Like the most cross stitch patterns are marked off in a 10 by 10 thicker grid. So this is the bottom of one of those 10 by 10 grids. So I just ended it there so that I'd have I knew where I stopped. So I'm moving on to actually doing the hammerhead shark now. I'm starting on his tail.
Yay. Yeah, I'm still working on the kelp. I'm still going to be working on the kelp for a long time.
Phantom says you might get a 16 and do 2/1 because you like the texture of it. I do like 2/1 on 16. That was what I tried my first full coverage on, and I quite enjoyed it. Because I don't have the world's greatest eyesight, so 18 is 18 requires a bit more focus. I do have a project on 18 count right now, and I don't know how much I'm going to be working on it on stream because you would see the back of my head a lot, basically. And I know I can get magnifier glasses and things like that. It's not a problem except when I'm on stream because I would just bend closer or bring the frame closer. It's just hard to do that on stream. But 16 count was very nice and comfortable for me, and 2 over 1 on 16 it gives a lovely texture, I think.
Who says DH didn't sweeten my tea enough? Cancel them, Gen Z.
I put 2 scoops of sweetener, as always.
And then Pickle says, how dare, ban DH.
Alright, I've been banned.
Banned from life.
Trinitrix has spun the wheel. Wheel, wheel, wheel. It's femurs and fungi.
Ooh. Have you been keeping up with the Stitch Along Trinitrix? Or are you doing it as... has it fully been released? I don't even know.
Femurs and fungi has been fully released. I believe Trinitrix is doing like their own schedule of releases to do it. But that Femurs and fungi is fully out. The sequel to it is Plants and Petrichor, and that just dropped. I think the frame just dropped. And Phantom says that they are doing Plants and Petrichor.
Ooh.
And that their fiance is buying the pattern, fabric, and floss for your birthday. Oh, that's so nice.
Aww.
That's a great project, a great gift.
Mm-hmm.
The gift of a kit. Shirley is very determined to rest her cute little chin on my keyboard, so she keeps typing in chat.
Oh. Messages from Riley.
I know.
Trinitrix said, Femurs and Fungi was fully released. I marked my own drop dates in the same timing as the original, but months later. That's really cool. I never would have.
Way to do it.
Yeah, I don't think I would ever have thought to do my own style, like with my own deadlines and stuff after it was released. Like if I were to buy a SAL that's finished, I think I would just tend to do it as a full pattern. So I find it cool that you thought of that.
Ooh, Phantom says that they got a Lowry stand for their birthday for their parents.
Ooh.
The cross-stitch game is getting better. Yeah, stitching stand is awesome. Toot and I have these stands, which I'm trying to show you a little bit. This one's a little bit janky because this kind of like fell apart, so it's like duct taped in place. But we immediately got a refund for it, so we have an extra, which is good. And the ones that we got to replace it have worked perfectly, so I think this was just a fluke. But they clamp to like the edge of a table or something like that. And they're fantastic. Like, as you can see, I'm not holding this at all. And I mean, part of the reason that I can do that is because of my magnificent tummy here. Is the bottom part of my clamp stand.
Yes. Mine isn't pressed against my tummy, but when it's out of the stand, I also always use my tummy as to hold my frame. It's just so convenient.
I know. Our incredible, magnificent tums.
Yes. I also have mine is a floor stand because I have an IKEA desk that is 6 inches deep because the drawers are like included in the table. And for some reason, no clamps ever go up to 6 inches. Like they never are made to clamp 6 inches, which I can understand. It must be pretty rare. But as a result, both my microphone stand and my cross-stitch stands are floor stands because I can't have arm stands with this dummy desk.
Yeah. Just too bad, but I'm glad you found a solution that worked for you.
Me too.
Phantom Memories says that they cannot wait to start using their stand. Awesome. And Trinitrix is excited to start Plants and Petrichor. I just love the name Plants and Petrichor. It's so evocative. You know what I mean? Like you can smell it.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they kept the alliteration.
Yeah.
In, like the first one, femurs and fungi, and Pit plants and Piticore.
I wonder what they're gonna do when they get to their 27th Sal. They'll have to like start reusing letters. Toot says they use their tum unless Gigi is taking over their lap, in which case I awkwardly use their chest. They use the. Pretend I put in the right pronouns for that sentence.
Pickle says, Lurk, gonna be eating my Subway we got for dinner. Bon appetit, Pickle. Enjoy at the Subway. I hope you got some yummy cookies as well. Because Subway cookies.
Have you tried the footlong cookie yet?
I have not. It scares me somehow.
For the longest time, like we kept trying to order it and it was always sold out. And then I finally got one and I was like, okay, this is kind of worth the hype because it comes like they put it in the oven right before they send it.
Oh, okay, that's good.
So it's like warm and gooey, but the outsides are just a little bit crispy.
Okay, that sounds really nice. Pickle says, ugh, we didn't get cookies, but we should have. Oh, no. Sorry, we made you crave cookies now. Hello, Irene. Welcome in. When I worked at Subway, we had a girls trip and I brought 5 dozen Subway cookies. Oh my god. You must have been revered. Is that the pronunciation?
Yes, revered.
You must have been revered by all the people on the trip too. Was it a dozen for each girl? Because that's the only good quantity of cookies, Subway cookies. A dozen per person.
Toot is actually the best person to go to Subway with because they know like the best combinations of stuff that aren't on the menu.
Irene says Subway raspberry cheesecake cookies. I don't think I've ever had those ones.
Oh, those ones.
Oh my god, Toot says, nope, there were only 3 of us. That's an even better quantity. I think that 12 per person is like the minimum, you know? So you did great too. And Phantom of Memory says, I love your needle minder. It's so cute. Thank you. This is actually the needle minder that DH made for me. They made one for me and for them. And it's because of Deadly Aquarium. So you have a little shark holding a butcher knife. You have another a manta ray holding an axe. You have a crab holding a knife as well. All on like blue scrapbook paper. It's really lovely. Boop. What was yours?
More needle minders in the same style available in the Etsy store.
Yes.
Always be hustling. What were you gonna say? What did you say? Sorry.
What creatures did yours have? And Toot had
mine
one
had
as well,
a squid. Mine has a squid and a shrimp, and I think a sea bunny. What's the actual name for sea bunny? Not actual, but like
nudibranch. Nudibranch.
Yeah, nudibranch.
Oh, right, bronch.
Yes. Mine
Phantom
is
it
in
so
the drawer
cute.
somewhere. I don't know where it is.
Irene says Subway was my first job. And she said I used to. It's been 20 years. These were all stickers from my personal connection. Who's surprised? Of course, Toot. Cute creatures with knives? Who would have thought?
Yeah, that's Toot Core right there.
Yep. Hello, hello, Ladybug. I like your nail color. I love green. Thank you. Yeah, this is a shade by Pacifica. They're kind of a 15 free, mostly natural nail polish brand, but I just like the color, to be honest. But it is green with some golden shimmer, which you can't. I guess it on stream it shows a bit more than in person in my own lighting.
Thank you for the hydrate, Toot.
I like it. Thank you for the hydrate as well, Toot.
Caution Reptiles, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for the follow. Sorry, there is no reptile cam tonight. Usually we do have one going on. But instead we're joined by MoonPhased, who could possibly be a reptile. I'm not sure. It's impolite to
Yes,
ask.
I have scales on my nails.
Yeah.
Tyrannitrix says nail color on theme for the stitch. That is true. I hadn't even thought about that.
I know. I love the snail color on you. It's so good. It gives
Thank
me like
you.
poison ivy vibes. Or that
Ooh.
Chrisabug actually released a cross stitch pattern recently. The one that I showed you that was like, if this was Pow, if Pow was a person, this would be Pow.
Oh,
That's what
yes,
that's
yes.
what your nails remind me of, is that pattern.
Aw. My nails remind you of Pow as a person. I love that.
Pow is our red-footed tortoise, who is usually on the screen, but she's getting the night off.
She's getting a union break tonight.
Yeah. She's pretty mad about it though, because she's always mad about everything.
Of course she is. Thank you so much for the follow, Caution Reptiles. Welcome to the moon. But yeah, it's funny because I don't think I ever would have, well, not ever, because I did buy it and I own it and I've used it before, this nail polish color. But I definitely wouldn't have used it this time, but sometimes I get choice paralysis when doing my nails. So then I just go around my friends and I'm like, what nail color should I use? And my friend was like, green. And I was like, okay, I have those three greens. Which one should I use? And it was like a lime holographic green. This green, which is, you know, green with some golden shimmer. And some like matcha latte type green. And it was like gold shimmer. I was like, bet. You got it. I'm doing it.
See, that's how you know it wasn't me who picked it out, because I would have gone for the lime green. Like, I would have gone green, but I would have gone for like the most obnoxious green.
There was one, I technically have a fourth green, but I didn't feel like using it, so I didn't make it a choice. But it's like chunky glitters, and it's like a dark Christmas-y green. It was like in the Christmas collection, it's just like chunky glitter. And chunky glitter is a pain in the butt to take off. Because like when you use like a nail polish remover or acetone on your polish to remove it, it melts the polish, but not glitter, because glitter is plastic, not nail polish.
That makes sense.
So like I do like the look of chunky glitter sometimes, but just the fact that like it's so annoying to take off, I just avoid using it.
Thanks for using the new commands. I actually just set up the individual project commands tonight, which is why like there's a little bit of a chain to get to them. But yes, Toot and I, no, Moon and I, Toot and Moon are now the same person. Moot.
Yes.
Are both working on Deadly Aquarium by Lola Crow. We were both working on the same. Oh, heck, Curly, what did you do? Thank you. Okay, cool. Cool. Toot says always have been. We're shutting down. Moon, what was I saying?
We were working on the same clue?
Yes, thank you.
Initially.
Yeah. And then because I don't feel like moving my frame, I moved to a different clue.
Because heck rules.
Yep, team no rules over here. Started working on my shark friend. Which is yet more black.
There is a lot of black in this pattern.
The first several clues were so colorful and so like saturated, and then the exhibit 8 which is the eagle rays. I almost swapped out the black in the eagle rays for 823, which is like a really dark navy, which is closer to the color of the eagle rays. But then I was like, okay, maybe there's a reason she used black, so I didn't do it. But like the first few clues were so vibrant and rich. You can see it in the preview there, and then you've got black and gray, and then black and gray, and more black and gray for this one.
Yeah. I do like working in monochromes personally.
No, give me brights. Bright.
Are we surprised?
No.
What pattern was it that you did recently that was so DH core? The Lovers by
Yes.
Richie Stitcher?
Yep. The Nostalgic Tarot Lovers card by Witchy Stitcher. And Witchy Stitcher is doing this Nostalgic Tarot series. Which if you haven't seen it, the cards are starting to come out on Etsy, so if you're not a member of the Patreon, you can get them now. But they're releasing 2 cards every other month. And they just released the 7th card, which is the Chariot, which is like one of my cards. If you work with tarot, you have certain cards that you connect with more than others. And for me, the Chariot is one of those. And it is probably the second most DH core, maybe the first most DH core card that's been released so far. Because it's 2 frogs in a little like neon hot pink car driving down a rainbow road into space. Like, yeah.
Excellent. No, yeah. That one is definitely DH core, and the one that you finished, The Lovers, had 2 little aliens on it.
Yep. Holding hands.
Holding hands, which is also very DH core.
And somehow,
if it's your first time here, you'll quickly learn that DH is a big fan of aliens.
I am. I'm a big fan of ufology and ancient alien theory. I'm not a believer of ancient alien theory. I'm just a fan of it.
It always cracks me up so much every time you have to explain this.
Yeah,
I don't believe in it.
I don't believe in
like
this. I just find it very interesting. Don't at me.
It is. I completely understand. I think that I kind of feel that way about a lot of like paranormal stuff. Like I think that there is some paranormal things in the world and life. But I also think that some of them are probably not true, or probably didn't happen, or probably were exaggerated.
Bite your tongue. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I feel the same way. Like, I think that some paranormal stuff is true. I think some ufology stuff is true. But I'm not a, aliens built the pyramids and the Great Pyramid of Giza is an energy reactor type person.
Thank you for the hydrate too.
Yes, I think. Did I say thank you for the hydrate? Toot hydrated me too, and I hydrated. It's all good.
Toot says, except for Dios, because Dios are a true paranormal phenomenon.
Oh, Dios.
Toot was playing Phasmophobia this morning, and he did not thank me, no.
Thank you,
How
Toot.
dare you, DH? So thankless. Tisk, tisk, tisk.
I know. What are we gonna do? And Tyrannostrix says, no, the pyramids are landing stations for the aliens. Geez. Well, actually...
Is that one of the theories about them?
There's a theory... Oh, now I'm forgetting the name of the place, but there is a flat-topped pyramid somewhere in Turkey, I believe, that has been considered to be a landing site for aliens because of the way that the flat top the pyramid has a flat top, and then it looks like there's like sections for offloading ramps and anyways. But Trench says they pulled that straight from Stargate. I love Stargate. I've always loved Stargate. Or is anyone surprised at this point?
No, you're also very much a fan of Star Trek and Star Wars.
Yes.
DH loves the sci-fi, loves the
do.
aliens, loves the space. That's why we're friends.
Yes. Because I love the moon.
Yes. They were like, oh, damn, that's cool. There's a person who's the moon. Let me befriend them.
I must befriend them.
To be honest, the way it happened was more like Toot and I became really close, and then DH and her adopted me.
Yeah.
Essentially.
I was thinking about this the other night. Toot, in general, like, doesn't care for the concept of people, but she does tend to collect people. And it's so cute because, like, every now and then people will come into our lives and it'll just be like, yes, this is ours now.
So it just has a collection of people.
Yep, exactly. Jennifer, welcome in. Welcome in, Jennifer, over on YouTube. And Turner Trick says, Stargate was my entire personality in high school. Let me tell you how much the television show Stargate was my entire personality in high school. I started the sci-fi club at my school.
Mm-hmm.
We would have movie nights in, like, we had like a theater that had a giant screen. So we got to do movie nights after school there. And one night it was Stargate after school. And we were allowed to use the PA to announce it to anyone who's still left in the building that the movie was about to begin.
That is so cool.
So of course my butt went over to the PA and I was like, unauthorized off-world activation, all personnel to the gate room. And then the fucking philosophy teacher comes sprinting by, going, close the iris. I died.
Oh my god. That's so good.
The same philosophy teacher that I got into a lightsaber battle with the day that, I want to say Phantom Menace came out. What year did Phantom Menace come out? Whatever one came out in like 2004, the day that it came out, we got into a lightsaber battle in the hallway.
So cool. Aspen says, I'm back. I did like 9 comp games with Mac. I'm bronze 2 now. Congrats, Aspen.
Good job, Aspen.
That's where Mac has been, huh? They said, I said we were only gonna do 3, and I ended up doing 9. And Mac says, you kept saying 1 more. Not my fault. Yeah, that's also me playing games. Always 1 more. And then it's suddenly 2 a.m. And I have to go to bed for work the next day.
Trix was studying like 4 languages by the end of high school because of a certain space archaeologist. Yeah. Yeah. Space archaeologist is, yeah. Yeah.
I also had similar hobbies, but I did not know any space archaeologist.
Now that we're talking about Stargate, I'm realizing like how foundational Stargate was as a part of my personality, and I'm like, oh no.
Oh yes.
Oh no. Oh. Thank you for the hydrate, Toot. I said it this time.
Thank you for the hydrate, Toot.
Well, Moon, while we're hydrating, I'm actually gonna do my stretch break.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna duck out. I will see you guys back in 3 minutes. I'm just gonna deafen Moon and then talk to my chat for a second. Right. All right, guys. We're gonna do a stretch break. So if you're watching on Twitch, I'm gonna run 3 minutes of ads. You can stick around and watch them. You can go grab a drink. I would like you to stand up and stretch, at least unshrimp your posture. I will see you guys back here in just about 3 minutes. All right. Bye, guys. Oh no, I stretched too close to the sun and knocked my camera. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome back.
We're back. I stretched and my camera was all wibbly wonky when I came back. Now, discerning viewers may have noticed that I did a line of black and then am not continuing the black, and that is because that princess is in another castle and I don't really feel like getting it out at the moment.
What does that mean, that princess is in another castle?
My black floss is in another box in my drawer.
Ah, yes. Gotcha.
I was keeping my floss for like all my projects in you know, like a bobbin storage box. And then Toot saw someone using these bead storage boxes, which we actually had a bunch of. So I really like that idea. So I'm trying it out because we had the boxes already. Yeah, so like I basically put one project in each of these boxes. And then there's also room you can see, like if I wanted to store extra skeins of floss, I could do that, which will be really handy for ones like Celtic Goddess or Those Who Wait, which has a bunch of extra floss, but not a lot of active bobbins. So yeah, but because I only have one bobbin of black that floats between projects, I forgot to grab it out of the secret fourth project that you guys don't know about, and put it with the aquarium tonight. So I just moved on to some gray instead.
We got them at Michael's in the cheap tubs of things by the cash. Ooh, good to know.
Thank you, Jude. I had completely forgotten where we got them. We've had them for a while, but no, they're nice. So what I did was so they actually come in, each one comes with like 4 different colors. There's this teal, a blue, a pink, and a purple, I think. But there's 4 different colors in each one, but we got 4 of them. So we sorted them so each box has the same colors. And then I just took a scrapbooking sticker, like from like a Happy Planner book of stickers, and stuck it on here and then labeled it with erasable pen. So the pen is erasable. I can just relabel it. And also these stickers come up really, really easily. So if we want to use the box for something else, it will be really easy to relabel it.
That's great. Oh, this looks like a really good little box for a project.
Yeah. And it's much smaller to keep on my desk than the floss box. And if I'm having one of those times where I'm like focusing on one project and one project only, I don't need the floss for 4 projects on my desk.
Yeah. I've been trying to do my fucking loop start for 3 tries now, and I kept getting the wrong length to get the like slip knot. I got it though. Finally. Sweetest said, "It looks good." Yes, that looks like a cute box.
Yeah, thank you. Trick says, second wheel spin, woo! Monster House. Plans of Petrichor will happen eventually. Monster House is very cute. I love the tentacle in this last release coming out of the sewer. I don't know why, but that just tickles me. I like the little cats and the tentacle.
Yeah, it's such a cute design.
That Street does have some real good patterns. They're like Pretty Little City series. I really want to do the Pretty Little Toronto at some point. And then if you are into stitching Christmas stuff, they have some really great ornaments, like 12 Days of Christmas ornaments and little mini ornaments and stuff. I think they have Halloween ornaments as well in the same style. Just really cute little smalls. And Toot says, I really appreciated the way Tyrannotrix described this tentacle as fleshy. Yeah, I think Toot and I actually said to each other, it's like, oh good, fleshy.
I'm on the last green color for the kelp.
Yay!
Oh.
Don't forget there's backstitching in the kelp.
Yeah. That's for later. That's for future moon. It's okay.
Yeah. I forgot about the backstitching. I will probably go back and do the backstitching on this section before I move the frame, but I would have had to pull up the pattern on the PC, and I've got like 407 windows open right now.
Yeah, nah.
For streaming, so that just
plus you're not done with the kelp, so
yeah,
it's better if you just do it after you're done with the whole kelp.
Yeah. Besides, I wanted to start on my
everything.
Pardon?
I keep bumping into everything, trying to get my floss and whatnot.
I find sorry
for the turbulences, guys, on the camera.
I find what I end up doing a lot is if I'm at the beginning of a piece of floss, I'll smack my hand into my mic because I'm like just drawing the floss through.
Yeah.
Which is why I've picked up the habit. Like you guys might have seen that on stream when I draw my floss through. So I come up, I pull it up, I take my other hand, I hook it under and pull it sideways instead of pulling like back behind me. And that's because of how I have to stitch on stream to not smack into things.
Yeah.
Is to keep my stitching quite contained. But now I just do it all of the time, even when I'm not stitching on stream. Also, to redeem to hydrate, so I must hydrate.
Yes, thank you for the hydrate too. Max says, it's been so hot, my AC struggled all day to keep my room cool. Oof.
Oh, ugh.
Yeah, it's been really warm here too. I'm really thankful I have AC. Just yesterday, like I went to the gym, and like there's no air conditioning in the hallways of the building. Like we only have our own units in our apartments. And so when you step into the hallway, you immediately feel how humid it is and how hot it is. And like the gym is literally just down the hall, and I was already like beading with sweat by the time that I got to the gym, just because it's so humid and hot. Ugh. Not nice.
Trick says, how is stitching on the plane trying not to stab the guy sitting next to me? Yeah, exactly. Like it's trying to keep the stitching contained to this area.
Pickle says, my sister's AC in her car broke, so it's only been blowing hot air. Oof.
No.
Oof. But tomorrow I get to go to a play. What are you gonna see, Pickle? I love and hate when you're doing like staircases or like stitches that are like in diagonal, and you kind of have to do like back stitching for the first leg of Danish instead of
you have to go against
going forward
the flow.
Constantly. Yeah.
Oh, Moon, I meant to bring this up when you were not doing anything, but I'll tell you now when you're doing lots of things. And this is kind of a general announcement as well, but specifically for Moon. I am gathering submissions for a community showcase for my YouTube channel. And I would like Moon to submit a couple of their cross-stitch pieces if they would care to. But this is for everyone who is in my Discord server, everyone who would like to join the Discord server. I'm doing a community showcase of people in the community's works. I'm gonna leave the submissions open through this Sunday, and then I'm just going to gather them all together, edit them all together. So if you can check it out, there is a channel called Community Showcase, and it has instructions there and the pin post on like what information I need from you for that. So yeah, I would love to see what you guys have been up to. It doesn't have to be a recent finish. It could be anything from any point in the past that you finish and you're proud of, any craft, anything like that, any piece of art. Just something cool that you did that you're proud of.
That's really cool. I love that idea. I'll definitely sift through my finishes too.
Yeah, and I keep something. The thing with Moon is if you need her to do something, you have to make sure she's in the right place at the right time. And I keep forgetting to do it. To be like, Moon, are you at your PC? Are you free? So yeah, submissions are going to be open through Sunday. And then I'm hoping, so this Wednesday is going to be a podcast. And then next Wednesday, I'm hoping to get that community showcase out. So in like a week and a half.
I did a goof.
Oh no.
I forgot that I'd parked I forgot that I had parked a thread to because I had to do a lot of what's the word? Frogging, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I parked the thread that I was currently working on because I had to frog the whole thing, but then I forgot I parked it. So I was like currently stitching over a loose thread.
Oh no.
At the back. It's okay. Nothing happened. I just have to bury it now. Bury it.
I don't often park threads, but I always try and keep them like poked through to the front so that I don't do that.
Yeah, maybe that's what I'll do next time because I really forgot.
Yeah.
I really forgot. I even saw it earlier when I flipped the fab. Sorry,
yeah,
go ahead.
I find if they're hanging off the back, I don't see them and then they get just completely tangled up in the back. But if I pull them through to the front, even if I stitch over them in the back, like it's neat. You know what I mean? It's not a tangle.
It says the HDH circle is brutal with these two.
Don't know what you mean. We are clearly two functional adults. Perfectly functional in all ways. Yep.
Pickle says, I can't exactly remember what my sister's friend said it was about. The only thing I can remember is it might be about vampires. It's supposed to be a comedy. Okay, I was completely off about the play. Don't listen to me. Oh no.
Thank you for the hydrate, Toot. I got a nut and then I will drink.
Thank you for the hydrate. I don't know where vampires came from, but it's like a rich people scheme with these people, gay people and stuff. It's called The Producers. So it's like a politically charged play.
The Producers?
Which
I would say it's I don't know if I would say it's political.
Oh, you know about it?
Oh, The Producers? Yeah, it's a very well-known show.
I was
Deontay,
surprised
welcome
that I
in.
don't, but...
You can't stick around, but here's bits for my favorite Notion genius. Thank you so much for the bits, Deontay. That's so sweet of you. We will have a great stream. Thanks for dropping by. But yes, The Producers, it was a Mel Brooks movie, which was not a musical. And then it became a Broadway musical, which was then turned into a musical movie starring Matthew Broderick, Nathan Lane, and Will Ferrell.
Dude says it was a movie, then a musical, then a movie again.
Yeah, exactly. Good music, but the plot, man. The plot. Some of the songs get stuck in your head for the worst possible reason. I remember being so into Mel Brooks when I was younger, and now I watch some of his stuff and I'm like, ooh, this does not age well.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Trench says, "Oh man, springtime." Yep, that's the song I'm trying not to sing right now, but it's the one that's blaring through my mind. I will fill Moon in later. John Barrowman was in the movie too.
Hi, Lyko. Welcome in.
Randomness. Moon, are you going to stream a bit later? Because I'm going to get wrapped up here in about 10 minutes. Just heads up.
Yes. No, I believe I will stop stream at the same time as you tonight.
Okay. So yeah, we can hang out and chat a little bit more. I wanted to.
Yes, I will probably go relax and work on my D&D character sheet.
Oh right, Moon's a D&D nerd now.
I am. It's the perfect time to show off as well because my DM is in the chat now.
I'm doing my homework. I promise.
Like who said, you are welcome. Yeah, it cracked me up so much earlier because I was like Lyko and I have been talking about my character a lot because if there's any D&D nerds here, I chose to go with a warlock, which apparently is kind of a class that does it's a bit weirder, off brand, not the best class to start off with, and you know, I like to complicate my own life, I guess, to make things hard for myself.
Oh yeah,
and
completely.
So Lyko and I have been talking about the character a lot, and I was like, I'm sorry, I feel like I'm like learning so slow, and they hit me with oh, you actually aren't, you're a very fast learner, that's why I've been throwing more shit at you. And I was like, oh okay, I see how it is.
Yeah, how's that gifted kid thing treating you?
Yeah. Lyko says, if y'all knew exactly how unplanned I am. Yeah, that's the neurodivergence, isn't it? Just, you know your shit. No need to plan it. It's gonna fall. The puzzle pieces are gonna fall. What's the expression that I'm trying to look for right now?
The pieces are gonna fall into place?
Yes, thank you. That.
You could also do I love it when a plan comes together, but that's such an old reference.
Uh-huh.
That's an A-Team reference. And like I'm too young for the A-Team.
Pickle says, yeah, usually a good start is barbarian. That would have been funny too. The magic of DMing is if you prep very little, it goes great. And Lyko says that they love the A-Team.
Oh yeah, the A-Team's great.
And Toot says that DM stands for DH managing.
Does that make Toot a DM?
Yep. Toot is a DH, aka a DH handler, and a DM, a DH manager. I made a gnomish barbarian once. She was fierce. I bet she was.
I've never played D&D, but I like how it's becoming like more mainstream being a nerd is cool know now. About it.
Yeah, being a nerd is cool now.
And especially like how many novels are being written now in that kind of like D&D type style, like Legends and Lattes and what was the other one? So This Is Happily Ever After. Yeah. Just really good takes on the genre.
Yeah. Lyko says 5th edition has become more RP than Wargame, which I'm good with. Yeah, that tracks. I think that's kind of what makes it a game rather than, I don't know, like playing Risk.
Yeah.
Like if you want to play war games, maybe play Risk. I don't know.
Except don't play it with Chris. Because he's colorblind and can't see which pieces belong to him.
I hadn't thought about that. I was like, why Chris? Why not play with Chris?
Because it would be mean.
It would be very mean. All the little characters would be yellow for him. Poor thing.
And then he like tries to take France, but he doesn't realize that he doesn't have Belgium or something. I've never played Risk. I don't know how Risk works.
Or he tries to take France and he forgot that he already had France and he can't tell because they all look the same. Yeah. Like it says, it's now a storytelling medium, not a war sim. Yeah.
Well, Moon, this has been absolutely lovely. I think I'm going to hop off call with you and get my stream wrapped up. But I wanted to thank you for joining me tonight, and
thank you for having me too. It was always really lovely.
It's so much fun. We definitely have to do this more often and not forget to schedule it for like 6 weeks.
Yeah, we need to get our ADHD under control and schedule.
I know. we just need to like schedule them through the end of the year or something. I don't know. But
oh goodness.
But yes, thank you so much for joining me, and
thank you as well.
I'm gonna leave all the links to Moon's social media in my chat. So if you want to check her out on all the socials, follow on Twitch, all that kind of stuff. When is the next time you're gonna be live, Moon?
It's gonna be Sunday.
Sunday for Stardew?
EST. Yes.
Okay. Cozy Sunday Stardew at 8 p.m. Eastern. We will be seeing Moon. I'll be there. Toot will be there. And yeah, that's another great stream.
Will be there.
That's another great stream for stitching along to, which is what I will be doing.
Yes.
All right. So thanks so much for joining us, Moon. And goodbye, Moon's chat. Goodbye.
Goodbye, DH's chat. You guys have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. All right. Oh, thank you, Toot. Toot got the links before I could even get there. Woo! I just headbutted the camera. Okay. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had so much fun tonight hanging out with Moon and with all of you guys. So Toot is putting up all of the links in all of the chats, both here on Twitch and on YouTube. So yeah, like I said, this Wednesday on the YouTube channel is going to be the next episode of the Cozy Cast. And then the following Wednesday is going to be the community showcase. So if you guys do have a chance, please drop by the Discord and submit 1, 2, or 3 projects to the community showcase by the end of the weekend so I can get that out there, including if you have any socials you want to share at the same time, you want me to spread the word about, leave me that info. It's all in the community showcase thread, but leave me that info too and I'll make sure to include it in the video. My next stream will be Monday evening, probably 6:30 p.m. But the official schedule will go up on Sunday as usual. Toot's next stream will be Monday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, and that's going to be a No Talking Phasmo stream, which they've been just so fun to be a part of. So I hope you can join us for that if you just need some cozy background for when you are, doing your morning cleaning, setting up for work, whatever it is, and you just need a little bit of company. I think that's not all the shilling that I have to do. Shop update went up a couple days ago. I did not mention that during stream because I didn't want to step on Moon too much. But if you check out the coffee shop and the Etsy store, there are 8 new patterns for sale, as well as 1 freebie, which is up on the coffee shop, and those are the support possums as well as more Valorant agents. And I think that's everything I have to show. So thank you everybody so much for joining us. Yes, Tyrannotrix, I did 8 patterns, 2 support possums, 6 Valorant agents, and a partridge in a pear tree. No, and a penny love emote for free. I try, like, I always try to put out patterns as soon as I finish them, but task batching just works so much better for my brain. I don't know, so it just always ends up that way. Anyways, but thank you so much everybody for joining us. It has been such a fun night. I love doing these collab streams. I love seeing you guys hanging out here. I love seeing you hanging out with Moon. So definitely, my alarm's going off. Got to turn that off. So head on over, check out Moon. If you are currently watching on YouTube, please come on over and follow on Twitch. If you are currently watching on Twitch, please head on over and sub on YouTube. I release more scripted crafting content over on the YouTube channel as well as the live streams. And all of the stream replays are available on the YouTube within a few hours of going up. Twitch only keeps them for a week. Every single one of them is over on YouTube. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have to say. So at this point, everybody on Twitch say goodbye to everybody on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube say goodbye. Everybody on Twitch. Goodbye, YouTube. Goodbye, YouTube. My friends on YouTube, I will see you in the comments section. I will see you in the live streams. I will see you in the podcast. I'll see you in the coffee shop. But most importantly, I will see you in my heart. All right. Bye, YouTube. Bye-bye. Bye. Okay. All right. So